Morning everyone, and welcome back to the Runpreneur vlog. We discuss all things entrepreneurship and running. It is a beautifully fresh morning. It's about 1 degree, so it's pretty chilly but not too breezy, so decent running conditions. And it's my birthday today. It's the 1st of March, so I've come out for a lovely refreshing half marathon. So I'm 10 miles in to this half marathon, so if I'm slurring more than usual, I apologise in advance. But today it's Monday motivation, and I'm going to talk about finding your purpose. So as always, if you like this episode, please give it a like and a subscribe, and let's get started. So, finding your purpose. Okay, I'm going to talk about my purpose a little bit on this episode, to be honest with you, because I feel I've only just found mine, and hopefully there'll be some take homes for you guys to kind of have a think about how this kind of journey happens and unfolds, so you can hopefully help you in finding your own purpose. And I think when we talk about purpose, there's two stages almost. In life you have kind of necessities, and then you have and within those necessities you may have things that you strive for to kind of give yourself a certain standard of life. But once you get to each stage, the novelty wears off. And I don't know if you've experienced that. You're saving up for an amazing holiday. Then you go and it is amazing, but by the end of the holiday it's like, oh, kind of ready to go home now. And it's like the novelty of that experience is now gone. Or you're saving up for an amazing car. You get the car, after the first few weeks, it's just another car. The novelty's worn off. And I think so many of us get caught in this trap of chasing the next big thing, but they fail to miss out on what actually is their purpose and what's the bigger importance or the bigger thing in their life that they're constantly pursuing to the greater good. And it's often a selfless reason. Selfless, not selfish. I kind of feel I've finally found something that resonates so well with me, and hopefully we can take it on to bigger and better things. Now, my necessities were always providing a nice standard of life. You know, I have a nice home, I have a wonderful family, I have a nice car. I'm not hugely materialistic in any way, shape or form. I have slightly above average, I suppose, is where I position myself in most areas of what I've achieved to date. But, you know, the novelty wears off. I mean, my biggest vision was always to provide for my family, and I've been doing that for so many years, and I'm starting to build a legacy that I can pass down to them, which was always so important to me by the different businesses that I run and those types of things. But if I break it down to what my ultimate purpose is it's come from this challenge, really. My mentor, Rob Moore, challenged me to create content every day for a year and see what comes of it. And a social media agency that we're about to launch has come from it. A niche that I vlog about, which is helping entrepreneurs overcome the emotions of stress, overwhelm and anxiety by using exercise as a release valve. That's the kind of niche that everything I talk about ultimately falls within. But my bigger purpose is that I've always wanted to say to myself on my deathbed that, you know what, I had a go and I made a difference somewhere. Okay, I've made a difference to my own and my family's life, which is great, but how can I make a difference to other people's lives in a positive way? Well, the vlog was the kind of tip of the iceberg, really, because behind the scenes I've always been a keen fundraiser for children's charities, and I started doing this ever since I had children of my own. I realised how vulnerable they were and how so many children out there live in unfortunate circumstances, have health issues, have all sorts of things going on in their lives, and they're so vulnerable and they didn't choose to be here. You know, it's the decision of somebody else that's kind of brought them here, and they kind of get dropped into all kind of different circumstances, some amazing, some not so amazing. So I always started to want to raise money for children's charities to try and make a difference in a positive way to children. And that then kind of evolved to me getting into running. I then used running as the vehicle to fundraise by running marathons and doing world record attempts and everything. And the goal was to get to £50,000 because I felt that, let me just go past these people. Morning guys. I always felt that £50,000 was, it's like a year's salary for some decent earners in the country. You know, I think the average wage is about 25k, so it's a good salary for someone for a whole year. Surely that's going to make a positive impact on some children's lives out there, and that's what I kind of set out to achieve. Now I'm currently on 23,000, so got a long way to go, but still fairly happy to get to 23,000. I've fundraised individually and I've fundraised as a group as well, so I use all the tools at my disposal to get to that figure, and I've raised money for the NSPCC, Power to Inspire, Fab Kids, and I'm looking to raise money for more children's charities that do so many good things for children. But then I come back to my purpose, and then what this vlog has given me is a bit of a platform. It's quite niche. There's not many running vloggers out there. Okay, there's people that do vlogs on running, and there's lots of vloggers out there. There's not many people that do running vlogs, and I've produced content every day for now. I think this is episode 273. I thought, how can I increase my engagement and those things? And I thought, I need to bring people in on the journey. Not enough people know about the running challenge of running every day for a year, at least 5k a day. And obviously at weekends I do a bit more because, well, it's a Monday today and I'm doing a half marathon. But people buy into that, and then the vlog could almost be a byproduct. But the purpose behind the vlog is to raise as much money as possible for children's charities, and now to use the vlog and the challenge to make the challenge big enough to get sponsorship, endorsements, because that's what's going to be able to raise more money. And then I'd like to think that £50,000 could be a drop in the ocean. So I've kind of got to the stage now where I've built this vlog out to, you know, it was run every day for a year. You know, I'm now starting to think, I've got the tagline in my mind of run vlogging around the world. Okay, and that's it's 40 in consecutive days, and it's 40,000 kilometers to run around the world. I think I'm on about, I don't know, 2,800 or so in my current streak, so it's going to take me about 16, 17 years, I'd imagine, to achieve this consecutive days running, which is huge. But if I could get enough buy-in from people buying into this to support me in raising money for charity, for children's charities, and then the fact that I'm vlogging every day whilst running makes it doubly challenging. I'm running barefoot style as well, which is challenging in its own right. Hopefully we'll get some traction here and be able to make a real difference to so many people's lives. And it's not that I'm looking for any form of personal recognition. It's almost internal that I want to be on my deathbed and say, do you know what? I left this place a better place than when I started. And I don't want anything, you know. I hide behind the Runpreneur brand. You know, it's barely ever Kevin Brittain anywhere. And I want to hide behind this brand that I'm such a believer in, that will help entrepreneurs deal with all the stuff they've dealt with, because that's experiences that I've been through. But the ultimate goal is to keep this journey, get as much buy-in, endorsement, sponsorship, corporate sponsors, and raise as much money for children's charities as possible, whilst achieving a pretty epic challenge of run vlogging around the world in consecutive days, which is a staggering challenge when you think there's going to be illnesses and injuries and stuff that come about. So I may have to walk 5k some days when I'm feeling really bad. Yeah, I might have to find some creative ways to keep it going and vlogging, but I'll document the journey. I'll tell you how many consecutive days I'm on, how many cumulative kilometers we've run, how much money we've raised, how many world records we hold, all these types of things, and we'll try and get as much traction on this as possible. And the ultimate goal is to make as much money for children's charities, where the money really goes to the children and not funding, people's pockets, which unfortunately happens in the world of charities in some of the bigger boys, but charities that really make a tangible difference in children's lives. So I've only stumbled across this purpose through taking action, moving forwards in my life, but I just felt everything I kind of go for, in life, and you gradually tick them off. Some you achieve, some it takes a long time to achieve, but the novelty always wears off. The novelty never has worn off with the growing number that goes towards helping children. And it's something I'm super passionate about, having children of my own, and something that hopefully I'll get a bit of traction and a bit of buy-in from people, some sponsorship and side of things, and we can do some really cool things with the blog to kind of get as much publicity and promotion for the good that children's charities do, and also to make a difference in so many children's lives. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, because it's not, believe you me, I'm anything but a front-facing person. I hate the limelight, I really do. I'm quite introverted as a character, but I love making a difference in a positive way, because there's not a lot that I want in my life in addition to what I already have. I want a comfortable life for me and my family. I want a legacy for my children, and I'm well on the way to achieving those goals. And above and beyond that, I want to make a difference. And it's taken me a long time to realise how I can uniquely make a difference. What's unique about me that will get buy-in, will get publicity, will get enough attention to be able to give it a platform to raise money to make that difference. And I've combined pretty much everything I do. My entrepreneurial roller coaster of a story, my love for a challenge in running, and my goal of raising £50,000 for children's charity. I'd like to go way above that. I've got a figure of £1 million in my mind, but you have to accomplish milestone after milestone. And with the running vlog, it's let's get to 365 days consecutive first before we start thinking about run vlogging around the world. But that's the story that's going to sell this. That's the story that people are going to buy into, and we'll start saying we've now run in consecutive days the equivalent between the UK and America or something, and we'll put some real cool landmarks and milestones in, so hopefully people can buy into it. We'll try and get some cool people involved in promoting it as well, to try and get some bigger, wider reach, and hopefully we can make a real difference here as a team. So that's it for me today. As always, if you've got any questions on this or any feedback, I'd love to hear from you. Drop me a comment, I'll respond to everyone. If it's a bigger question, I'll do a separate vlog episode and tag you in. If this is relevant to you, no drama, just unfollow me. It'll stop cluttering up your social feeds. But do check out the link in my bio, which will take you to my YouTube channel, my blog and podcast, which are all about to be released. So you can watch, listen, or read about what I'm doing. And hopefully there'll be some cool free resources in there as well that will help you on your journeys. So that's pretty much it for me today. What's left to say is that the Runpreneur vlog was set up to help entrepreneurs and business owners overcome the emotions of stress, overwhelm and anxiety by using exercise, or in my case running, as a release valve to kind of relieve those daily, weekly pressures in the form of stress, so you can process them, gain clarity and focus on what you're doing, release them and move on to bigger and better things. I think if you don't have this relief valve in your life, these daily pressures will build up like pressure does in a pipe, and the stresses will build and turn to overwhelm, which then you start freezing and panicking, which turns to anxiety. We start going into a world of mental health related issues and panic attacks, which are horrendous. And ultimately, pressure builds up too much, the pipe will burst. And in that instance, it's either the entrepreneur or the business that has a breakdown, and either or is often terminal to your likelihood of succeeding. Now, I have been there in my life. I've lost multiple businesses because of this. I've lost multiple business partners because of this, and I've almost been bankrupt because of this. And it's a dark, dark place, and I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy. So my pledge to you is that if you are someone who's going through these experiences, drop me a message, okay? There's no catch here at all. I'm not selling you anything. We'll jump on a quick call, and I'll talk you through some of the things that have made a huge difference in a massively positive way that I can hopefully transfer into your lives and hopefully have the same results for you. Now, many have taken me up on this already, and I know we've made a real positive difference to many entrepreneurs' lives so far, so help is there and you don't always have to pay for it. So reach out if you are one of the individuals. But on that note, I also have to say, if you like this episode, please give it a like and a subscribe. And if you want to see similar content, check out the playlist link. And all that's left to say is stay positive, stay happy, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.